I'm just going to show you a very simple cat-cow, which is really good for mobilising the spine. So if you're okay going onto your knees, you might need a bit of extra padding if that's difficult for you. There is a cat-cow for sitting, just ask me about that and I can send that to you. So placing the hands under the shoulders, if the wrists are okay, you can make fists if that's really difficult to pop the wrist like this. So, and knees under hips, okay, feet flat if that's comfortable there. Make sure you're comfortable because this just won't be great for you if it's not comfortable. So if that's okay for you, what we're going to do is think about the head and the tailbone making a C shape along the spine, and so you're kind of pushing the belly button up towards the ceiling as the head and tailbone point down towards the ground, and you're making that sort of C shape with the spine. And so this is flexion of the spine here, and we're just going to hold that, especially if it feels like a nice stretch, and then slowly we're going to go back to that neutral position. So neutral is about here. If neutral feels enough of a stretch of you already, then do stay there, and then you can go from neutral into the curly shape, and then back. If it feels okay for you to go into extension of the spine, then what you need to do is looking either just straight ahead, if that's okay with the neck, or keeping a straight neck. And what you're doing towards the bottom end is allowing the kind of tailbone to point up, and you're creating a bit of arching in the back, so you're kind of making a U shape, if you imagine. And what we're not doing is pushing so hard that it hurts, we're just going for a comfortable position, and then either coming back to neutral, and if flexion this way is too much for you, what you're doing is going from neutral into extension, or with keeping a flat neck rather than extending up. Find what suits you. So with all of that, I'm going to now just take you through what I would do, which is called traditionally a cat-cow manoeuvre. So if all of that is comfortable for you, start off in neutral, and then we're going to curl into the C shape. I'm going to linger here for a mo, and then slowly my tummy button is coming down towards the ground as my head looks up and my tailbone is kind of pointing behind me rather than towards the ground. And then again, head comes down, belly button is going up towards the ceiling, and tailbone pointing down. And through this, if you find that your shoulders are doing crazy things or tensing up, like mine probably were just then, try and keep your shoulders relaxed and try and keep everything as relaxed as possible. This should be a nice, relaxing, nice feeling stretch, and you can use that stretch and go between whichever ranges feel good for you, up to maybe 10 times, and maybe do that every day if that feels really nice to do, if not a couple of times a week, but alter it to what it feels good for you.